everyone, welcome to Robert Blake. I do hope that you've had a great evening so far. My name is Miss Loveridge, I'm the head teacher at Robert Blake, and we are really looking forward to having your children join us in the very near future. So I know this evening you've already had an opportunity to meet with your tutors, and I really hope that you've gained a lot of information from that already. I'm so sorry that once again we cannot hold this face to face and that we are having to do something virtual, but I'm really hoping that in the autumn everybody will be able to come and visit the school and actually see it for themselves if you haven't already done so. So just a few people that I thought you might need to know who they are. So going from left to right, we have Mr. Maley. Mr. Maley is our deputy head, and he will also be linked to year 7. So I'm sure that you will get to meet him very quickly. Then we have Mrs. Cadmore. She's another one of our deputy heads. She is focused on teaching and learning, so I'm sure that you will see her around a lot, in and out of your lessons probably. And then on the right hand side we have Mr. Spearing. Mr. Spearing is one of our assistant head teachers, and he's also our Senko. So for some of you, that will be a really important person for you to know where he is and how he can help you. So do look out for him in the corridor as well and say hello. And then of course Mr. Horsey, who I'm sure you've already heard from this evening. He will be your pastoral leader for year 7. And then Mrs. Addison, who I'm sure you've seen on the virtual tour, if you've seen that. And again, she will be helping year 7, helping them to get to know the place, and she will be there to help and support you, and she's based in student services. So some very, very important people for you. And actually you're joining the school at a really exciting time. So I know that later on in the next academic year, we will be expanding our facilities, and we will be expanding into the Elmwood part of the building as well. So if you don't already know, Elmwood Special School, who we're currently located with, are moving to a purpose-built school on the other side of Bridgewater. And then we've got to have a few alterations before we can move into that side of the accommodation as well. So it's an incredibly exciting time. It's going to be a little bit of a squeeze for the first 2 terms, so please be aware of that. And there will be a little bit of disruption. However, the end result will be absolutely fantastic. And I, for one, am really looking forward to being able to use more of that space. Now, when you join us, there's going to be an enormous amount of opportunity for you to get involved with. Unfortunately, over the last 18 months, as I'm sure it's been in the primary school as well, we've been unable to do lots of those activities where year groups combine together, and we've been unable to go out and about and enjoy some trips out. So I'm really hoping that next year we will be able to resume more normality, and we will be able to go out and do some of those things. So like the inter-tutor competition with regard to food. So we have different year groups in their houses creating wonderful food for us to try. So that's great. We've also had team building opportunities, music concerts, and there's lots and lots to get involved with. And there's competitions ongoing all the time, so you just need to listen out for those. Make sure that your tutor reads their notices to you so that you're sure of exactly what is going on. So I'm sure by now you already know our motto: aspire, achieve and celebrate, and we stand by that in every single thing that we do at the school. But ultimately, we want our students to leave successful at the end of year 11 with the following qualities. And we want you to be academically and pastorally successful. We want you to be able to access the next phase of education and learning, because that's really important for us to make sure that you are on the right kind of college course or apprenticeship. We definitely want you to be aspirational and proud of what you've achieved, and we will take every opportunity we possibly can to celebrate your achievements, whether that's through certificates, badges, head teacher commendations, and then you have an opportunity to spend your praise points however you wish, and I'm sure that your tutors will have talked to you about that earlier on. We want our students to be resilient. My goodness me, haven't we had to be resilient over the last year or so? But you know, that is such a quality to take you through life. And likewise, with respect and also with that responsibility, we want all of our students to have those different skills and be lifelong and independent learners. But above all, we want everybody to be good citizens that are ready to take their place in society, whether that's globally or locally. So that's what we want for all of our students. It doesn't matter about the starting point, but that is what we hope to achieve with every single student at Robert Blake. So you've already gone a long way up this mountain. And actually, you know, you just have to think to yourself, well, what do I want to do in 5 years' time? So when you actually leave Robert Blake, yes, it's hard to believe that in 5 years you will be leaving us. And what do you want to do in 10 years' time? What do you want your future? How do you want it to unfold? And, you know, that can change along the way, and we will be there to support you every step of the way. So at the moment, I would probably say, you know, you've just got to the end of year 6. You didn't have to do your SATs, but I know that you did the mid-years testing for us. So thank you very much for that. And I would probably say you're around about base camp at the moment, because it's a long journey throughout life. But with hard work and determination, you can certainly reach that summit. And it might not be by the age of 16, you know, quite often that summit is not reached until much later in life. But you've just got to have goals that you are going to work towards, because that's all we can ask of you. So just a reminder really for the parents about the homeschool agreement that everybody is signed to say that they will abide by. With regard to uniform, just be aware please that, you know, we do have a strict code of uniform. We do expect skirts to be on the knee. We don't expect trousers to be tight. We're happy with a slim fit, but not a skinny fit. And, you know, we do expect children to wear correct shoes. So please just read our uniform code before you go out and buy any uniform, because I'm very aware that there are some high street stores that do sell what they class as uniform that don't meet our expectations. So if you buy anything at all that is a little bit questionable, then keep the receipt so that you can go and change it if you need to. Thank you. The bare minimum of equipment obviously is pen, pencil, ruler. We just need to make sure that all of our students have that. I'm sure starting a no school in September, everybody will have a lovely pencil case with all of their equipment in it. So please make sure that that comes to school every day. And likewise for attendance, we do expect children to attend for at least 96% of the time. Now we appreciate that there are times when you don't have any choice about appointments whatsoever. However, on the whole, please try to make sure any appointments that you make for the doctors or for the dentist is outside of school time. Thank you. We do expect support for our behaviour for learning policy, and we can talk to you about that more so in the autumn. So homework from next year is going to be set on our portal. Year 7s, when they join us in September, will be taught how to use the portal. So there probably won't be any homework for probably the first 2 weeks whilst they're taught that in their IT lessons, unless of course they're given some kind of worksheet to complete at home. But everybody will have a chance to know how to use the portal. And please make sure that you continue to update us with any changes of telephone numbers, addresses, names, or anything else, because that's really, really helpful for us when we're trying to communicate with you. And of course, we always need to have 2 numbers at any time. So if you've only given us 1 number so far, please do make sure that we have another contact, just in case we need to contact you at any time for an emergency. So there will be a consultation evening quite early on in the year, and then there will be a parents' evening later on in the year when you can meet with the subject teachers. So please do look out for the dates for those, and make sure that you respond to that, you come in and meet us, or you take a call so that we can talk about progress of your child. and just help your children or encourage them to get involved in any activities that might be going on at school. So I know that for some children, this is a really anxious time. And certainly, you know, they may well feel confused or scared or uncertain because it's change, and people do feel that about change. But there's absolutely nothing to worry about. And change, as I've said there, can also be wonderful. So when you arrive on the first day, you are going to have a full 3 hours with your tutors, getting to know your tutors, getting to know the people in your tutor group, and also familiarizing yourself with the school. So there will be different activities going on for the first 3 hours, and then you will go to a lesson, period 4. Now, on that first day, you will have a free lunch. So by that time, by the time we've got all of the children on the system, we will be able to email all of the parents about the parent pay and how to use that to update or fill up, let's say, the money on your children's account. So that information will come out. We can't do that until the 1st of September when it's a new school year. And that email will come out either on the 1st or the 2nd of September. So please do look out for that. Okay. And another reason why it shouldn't be too you shouldn't feel too anxious on the first day of school, and that's because you will only have 2 year groups in school. So only year 7s and 11s will be in on that day, which means that you will have a nice time being able to get to know the school without it being full with every single year group. So please make sure that you come to school on that day for 8:50. Remember your tutor group. I'm sure you've already been told all of this information so that we can get you sorted out as soon as we possibly can. Okay, so thank you very much for listening. We look forward to seeing you in September. I'm really looking forward to greeting you on the 2nd of September for your first day at school. Please, if you have any questions whatsoever, then just contact the school in the normal way, and we will make sure that one of us, whoever's most appropriate, will get back to you with an answer. So have a wonderful summer. I hope that you take care and stay safe and have a restful break. In the meantime, if you would like to, you can follow us on any one of those 3 areas. So on Twitter, on Facebook, or on our school website. All right. Thank you very much for listening. Enjoy your evening.